My first love in times of war. I am an old woman now, with silver hair and hands that shake when I hold a teacup. But in my heart, I am still the girl I was at 17, standing under the apple tree in the backyard, waiting for him. His name was Thomas. He had kind eyes, a gentle smile, and a voice that made everything around me quiet. We met at a dance organized for young people in the village. It was the summer of 1943, and the war had already taken so much from so many. That night, the music was soft, and the air smelled of flowers and fear. Everyone danced as if trying to forget the world outside. I saw him standing near the edge of the room, tall and shy. He looked at me, and I looked at him, and somehow, we both smiled. He walked over, bowed politely, and asked me to dance. My heart was beating so fast I thought he might hear it. We spent the entire evening together. We talked about books, dreams, and silly things. He told me he wanted to be a writer when the war ended. I told him I wanted to teach children. He was not like the other boys. He listened. He truly listened. When the music stopped, he asked if he could walk me home. I said yes. That walk was the beginning of something I would carry with me for the rest of my life. For 3 months, we saw each other every day. He brought me wildflowers. I made him pie. We sat by the river, wrote letters to each other, and dreamed of peace. But the world had other plans. One day, he received the letter. He was being sent to the front. He held my hands, looked into my eyes, and said, "Promise me you will wait." I promised, even though I did not know what I was promising. I kissed him goodbye with tears in my eyes, not knowing if I would ever see him again. I wrote to him every week. I poured my heart into those letters. I told him about the village, about my family, about how much I missed him. For a while, he wrote back. His letters were full of hope, even in the darkest moments. He said he kept a photo of me in his coat pocket. But then, one day, the letters stopped coming. I waited. And waited. I went to the train station every week, hoping he would return. I watched soldiers get off the trains, hoping one of them would be him. But he never came back. I never received any news. No letter. No telegram. Nothing. Just silence. The kind of silence that breaks something inside you and never quite lets it heal. Years passed. The war ended. People rebuilt their lives. I became a teacher, just like I had told him I would. I smiled, laughed, and lived. But a part of me remained with him, frozen in time, still waiting by that river, still hoping for one more letter. I never married. I never loved another the way I loved him. Some might say I was foolish. I say I was lucky. Because even though it was short, I knew real love. Sometimes, I close my eyes and see his face. I remember the way he said my name. I remember the warmth of his hand. The world was falling apart, but we had that moment, that beautiful, perfect moment that no war could take away from us. I often wonder what might have been. Would we have had children? Would we have grown old together? Now, in my quiet little house, I keep a box. Inside that box are the letters, the photo, and the dried wildflowers he gave me. I open it sometimes and read his words again. They remind me of who I was and what we shared. I cry sometimes, but they are gentle tears. Tears of memory, not regret. My grandson once asked me if I ever had a great love. I smiled, placed my hand over my heart, and said, "Yes, I did." His name was Thomas, and he was the most beautiful part of my youth. And that is the truth. Love, even if short-lived, leaves a light that no darkness can erase.